You've probably heard of a Roth IRA and are wondering if there really is a way to invest 3 times the maximum of a Roth IRA and still get the same tax benefits. Well, there is, and I'm going to walk you through how to do that today. Hello, my friends. My name is Kobe Hunter, and my goal is to help you learn about the world of business and personal finance without being too sensationalist or too boring. We've got Graham Stephan over here, and he's kind of sensationalist, and we got the plain bagel, and he's the plain bagel over here. And I'm trying to be somewhere in between the two of them. So if you like the factual yet fun, definitely consider subscribing, and let's talk about how to supercharge your Roth IRA. Now, if you don't know what a Roth IRA is, I'm not really sure why you clicked on this video, but just in case things are a little fuzzy on what it is, let's talk about it. Here's the short and sweet of what a Roth IRA is. A Roth IRA stands for Individual Retirement Account, and the Roth part means that you put your money after tax into it rather than before tax. And then no matter how much it grows, it will never be taxed again. So you can invest in stocks, and whether those stocks increase by 6% per year for the next 30 years, or go to the moon because you were the guy who invested his Roth IRA into PayPal and is now a billionaire because of it, it will never get taxed again. The government limits how much money you can put into a Roth IRA, and in 2023, you were allowed to put $6,500 a year into your Roth IRA. The biggest weakness to a Roth IRA is that you can only put $6,500 a year in there, and although many people won't even take advantage of that, for those of us like you and I who want to get ahead, build wealth, and retire in the lap of luxury, we want a way to have more money growing that won't have to get taxed by Uncle Sam. So let's talk about how you can put $22,500 a year, or about 3 times a Roth IRA away, never to get taxed again by capitalizing on a Roth 401k. Similar to how Roth in front of an IRA means that you tax your money now and then never again, a Roth 401k is like a 401k, but it gets taxed now and then never again. You may not think that this is that big of a deal, but it's a huge deal, like the difference in millions when you retire. And you don't have to just take my word on it, just look at the numbers. Let's say that you max your Roth 401k out every year for 35 years, and your employer wasn't a complete homie, so they only did a 50% match. Now let's assume that your money was invested in the S&P 500 over those years. The average return of the S&P 500 is about 10%, but to be conservative, let's say that you get an average return of 8%. And just for the record, the general market has never had a negative return over the long run. So don't try to give me the I'm going to wait to time the market kind of thing. Just invest consistently and you'll be way better off than anybody who tries to time the market. Anyway, at year 35, you would have about $5.8 million invested. Now, if you had used a normal 401k, you would have had to pay 20% long-term capital gains tax, which I know you aren't going to withdraw your whole 401k at once, but it's easier to visualize like this. If you had a normal 401k, you would have had to pay a total of $1.162 million to the government, whereas the guy with the Roth doesn't have to pay a penny. Are you starting to see how big of a deal a Roth 401k is? You might be thinking that this is just not a fair comparison because a normal 401k gets pre-tax dollars and reduces your taxable income now, which you could theoretically use to save and invest. And this is true, but who is actually going to do that? Unless you are really regimented and commit to calculate and save the money that you save on your taxes, your normal 401k will give you less money in the long run because you're going to be spending it on other stuff. You're not going to be investing that. I'm also assuming that you're living really frugally right now, so you can be in a relatively low tax bracket but still save a lot of your money for your retirement plans. Because let's be honest, most people in America are just not making that much nowadays. Before you go, you should know that there are 2 major differences between a Roth 401k and a normal 401k. And I actually think that they're both positives, not negatives. First, there's not a limit to how much money you're allowed to make and still put money into a Roth 401k. This is because the government still gets their cake by getting your taxes now. So if you were in a really high tax bracket, the only way it really makes sense to do a Roth 401k is if you expect yourself to be in an above capital gains tax bracket when you retire, which is about 20%. And second, there's no minimum distributions, which if you don't know what that second one is, essentially you turn 72 or 73 and the government starts making you take your money out of your 401k. They don't do that for a Roth 401k. Now there is a slight hiccup here. Not all companies offer Roth 401k options, but the percent of employers that do offer one has doubled since 2011. So it's more prevalent than you might think. Is a Roth 401k always right for everyone? Not necessarily, but for most people, I think the Roth 401k is by far the better deal. So hopefully this video has shown you how the Roth 401k is a supercharged version of a Roth IRA. Because it's over 3 times larger than a Roth IRA, you can maximize your tax-free returns even more. Now, if you guys are grateful for me saving you millions of dollars, the best way to thank me is by clicking that subscribe button or clicking the like button. And if you want to keep learning about the world of personal finance, you should definitely click on this playlist right here. It's got a lot of great personal finance videos. And if you want to learn more about how things in the business world work, you can click on this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.